This is the On With The Band challenge pack that was released today in Santa Fortuna, and mine is Mr. Freeze2244. We'll be covering all 6 challenges in this challenge pack, but please do not skip any parts in this video, because there's parts where it's not going to make sense if you do that, so you have to please listen to me during this video, otherwise it's not really going to make much sense. So we have the feel good factor. We need to knock everyone out of the band with cocaine bricks, more bass with the monitors. We need to disguise ourselves as a musician and blow them up on stage while they're playing music. We need to use the cello in the mansion disguised as a musician, and this one, Impromptu Jam Session, which we have to bring all the band members back to the party house alive while disguised as a musician too. And the after party, which is join the band in the bar after the gig for a drink while disguised as a musician. And of course, once you completed those challenges, you will unlock the final one, and you'll get the violin as a reward. Now we're going to start in the coca fields. We're going to bring along the classic lockpick, the Krugermeyer, and a coin. The Krugermeyer is not necessary. I'll just bring it along because it's my favourite pistol and it's the most silent one. So we need to grab the 3 cocaine bricks from the start anyway. So let's grab one from there. And there's going to be 3 inside this building, so we're going to turn off this generator because they're all enforcers inside, I think, aside from one. So we're just going to get this guy's attention to come outside, and as soon as he comes out, we're going to leap through the window. We could go around the side, but yeah, let's just do that. So once he leaves the building, we can go and grab that second cocaine brick. This guy should have his back turned to you at that time. I'm going to grab the final 2. We need 3 of these. We need to knock out all 3 band members with the cocaine brick. Watch out for the couple of enforcers on the way back, and you should be fine as long as you like stay crouched into the brush and stuff like that. And so from this point, we just need to run all the way back to the village. It's quite a long trek back to the village, but yeah, just run straight back to the village, and I'll get to the point where we need to go. So I'm just going to skip to that point there.
I'm so happy, lucky me.
So once we are back in the village, we're going to grab a propane flask, and it's just going to be behind this building to the left. And we're going to grab that. We're going to use that a little bit later on. So what we're going to do from this point now is wake up all the band members that are scattered around the town. So we're just going to turn on the faucet here to wake up this band member. There's going to be one just across the street as well, laying on a bench. He's going to be sleeping. And we're going to wake him up by just throwing an item against the wall, a coin, or a propane flask, or whatever you want to choose. I'm going to grab that can as well behind him. And we need to set a couple of things up as well, otherwise we are going to get gunned down a little bit later on if we don't do all these steps. So first of all, we're going to unlock this door with the classic lockpick. Or any lockpick, it doesn't really matter which one. And we're going to turn off this fuse box, which you don't really need to do actually, because all we need to do really is get inside and knock out the dude inside. But I just didn't really want to get spotted, so I wanted to get him to have his back turned first. But it don't matter at the end of the day, because we are killing people during this playthrough. But we're just going to knock him out, so hide him in the crate. So the reason why we're doing that is because when we dragged 3 bodies in here a little bit later on, we don't want him causing a lot of panic. Next, we're going to take out these 2 guards here as well, because they are going to cause a lot of hassle later on if we don't do that. Lockpick the door, turn off the radio that's inside, and wait for the guard to come back in the room. We're going to turn it back on. And once he comes in the room and the door closes behind him, that is when we're going to go and knock him out with the propane flask. There we go. So, I'm going to drag his body now and dump him in the crate. Just watch out for that dude on the street, just in case he's walking down at the same time for you. Just dump him in the little bin right here. Grab his gun off the floor. And we need to distract the second guard now. I tried initially with the radio, but that didn't work, so I'm just going to turn that off for now. And we're going to throw a coin inside this room. So we just need to get him in here and knock him out too. And as soon as you do that, he will get distracted by the radio that we just turned on briefly. It's weird how that's triggered. Maybe there's a delay. That's probably why it didn't work. But we just need to knock him out there. Hide his body in the bin as well, or we could just leave him in the room. It's completely up to you. It doesn't really matter that much. So now everything was all set up there. We just need to grab our propane flask. And the key. Not sure what the key is for exactly. But we need to go and wake up the final band member now. He's going to be sleeping down here next to a generator. All we've got to do really is just turn it on and turn it back off. I say turn it back off is because he's going to take more time to get up, check the generator, turn it back off and all that kind of stuff. So now we need to go and put the band member's disguise on. So it's just going to be in this building here. You'll see this dude right here. We're just going to go and put his disguise on. And now we are disguised as a musician. And now this is where we start all the challenges. Now I've done these in a funny kind of order of how I did these challenges because I didn't realise you had to take them out while they're playing the music, but because I didn't read it properly. But first we're going to put the propane flask right there. And we need to make sure it explodes and kills all 3 band members while they are playing the music. Because otherwise it isn't going to register. So we didn't do that during this, but we did reload a save a little bit earlier. So make sure, just put a save down now. Save the game right now. And we'll come back to the save a little bit later on. So what we're doing at the moment is just waiting for this band member to arrive. I did initially want to get rid of this woman on the left here with the purple top on. But in the end it doesn't really matter. There was no way to hide the body anyway. So in the end I decided to just leave it. But yeah, make the save right now. And once this band has played its whole entire sequence, they'll still carry on playing for a little bit. We'll reload the save a little bit later on and then blow them up. But for now, just make that save right now. So you just play out this entire sequence. We're not doing anything at the moment, but we'll just let this whole entire sequence play out. She's going to be talking about Rico. Rico's going to come down. All in all, this takes about 5 minutes. So for the benefit of the video, I will skip it.
Gracias por this gift. Let's hear an encore from the back.
Now this next part is going to be quite important because it's going to require a little bit of practice as well, because it is quite tricky to pull off properly, because every time you reload the save it's a little bit different every time because of the player's movements. Unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that, it is just the way it is, unfortunately. So once the band stops playing, make a game save, make another save, but don't overwrite the save that you did previously, so make a save next to the save you did previously. So that's what we're going to do right now. So make a separate save to the one we made earlier, because this little part can get a little bit tricky. So from this point right here, the 3 band members will come off the stage. Now the reason why it's a little bit tricky is because the way the band members are walking, they need to be quite close together to get this done properly and quickly. We need to do this quickly without getting spotted. So to get them quite close together, you can bump into them one by one until they all catch up and they're quite close to each other. Once they are quite close to each other like this, we're going to go ahead and knock them out at this exact point. Well, not the exact point, but around this area to the bush to the right. We're going to throw the cocaine bricks at their head and smack them in the face with them, and quickly drag their bodies in the bush to the right so they're hidden in the foliage. We need to do this before there's 2 guards patrolling that comes down and sees these bodies. They are going to see them 100% in these bushes. They are going to see them, but we don't want to cause panic. That's the reason why we're just letting them spot them like this. So because we've knocked all 3 of them out with a cocaine brick, that's going to complete another challenge. Now they are at this point going to spot these bodies because they're not well hidden in this foliage. So what we're actually going to do is just go ahead and shoot them in the face. Once we've done that, we're going to hide the bodies in the bushes with them. So now we should have only one person left to deal with as well. So now these 2 bodies are hidden in the bushes and the gun is out of the way as well, so no one can get spotted. 3 band members are in these bushes too, and we are going to leave them there for now. We have to take out one more guard, and it's going to be this dude here because he is going to cause some trouble if we don't get rid of him. So we're going to distract him over here. We can throw a coin, or you can probably actually take him out where he is actually and drag him across, but it's a little bit time consuming. So let's just throw a coin right here. I'll get him to come over. Alternatively, we could have lockpicked that door and done it in there. So many ideas that come into my mind as I'm commentating right here. Ultimately, they don't matter. I'm just going to go knock him out here with a cocaine brick. Grab his gun and drag him around the corner. Let's just dump his bin in the garbage bin. Dump his bin in the garbage bin? What am I talking about? Dump his body in the garbage. Leave his gun there. And grab the soda can that we picked up a little bit earlier and knock out this this person right there. Not sure if it's a male or a female. Anyway, their body's going to get spotted a little bit later on. I don't know how, but that body's going to get spotted a little bit later on, so don't worry about that too much. But so we're going to grab these bodies now, and one by one we're going to be dragging them into that little room where the music's coming from. And again, this is a really convoluted challenge. I really don't like it. I don't know why they keep doing challenges like this. They are encouraging you to take out a lot of people. I don't find dragging their bodies across the map very fun. There's no way to manipulate them over here unless you just place the coin and pick it up and keep placing it and leave a breadcrumb trail all the way to the friggin' room, which is really stupid. And I don't like challenges like this, and it really annoys me whenever there's a challenge like this. I just wish there would be something more enjoyable to play when doing these challenges, because these sort of challenges where you've got to drag bodies across the map and kill multiple people, it's not fun. It really isn't. It might be fun to other people, but it really isn't fun for me. I just don't like it that very much. But ultimately we've got to do all 3 band members, and we're going to leave them in this room here. We actually don't have to drag them all the way to the back. We can actually drag them through the front, because I was trying to not take that too many risks. But it does take a long time to drag them all the way around the back here, so we're going to drag them from around the front. And I'll show you exactly how. Again, you shouldn't have any trouble now with anybody potentially spotting you, because there's no one else around. There's no one patrolling the village anymore. There's no guards walking around anymore. So we're going to stick close to this wall over here. So there is guards there in the distance, and I was wondering if they could spot you. And they don't actually spot you in this, as long as you stay close to this wall right here. If you really don't want to take the risk, you can just carry on doing what I did previously with the previous band member. However, if you want to cut down a little bit of time and dragging distance, then you can just do what I just did there. So there's one more band member, and once you've finally dragged his body in there, the challenge will pop up for you. The key thing here is that you have to make sure they're not dead, because we have to make sure they are alive when you're doing this. Otherwise, because that's part of the challenge. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So, because we all knocked them out, and they are knocked out, they are still alive. So, once we've dragged all their unconscious bodies in this room, the challenge will pop up for us. So that will be 2 challenge completed. At this point, a body got found. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know why. But for some reason it got found. And I thought a good opportunity here would be to grab this propane flask right here and take him out. And this was my mistake, because this doesn't work. To complete this, like I said earlier, that's why we had to make that save a little bit earlier, because I understood my mistake. Because I thought this was a good opportunity to take them all. That's what they should have been. I don't really understand why you have to do it while they're on stage, because again, it's a really loud explosion. It's going to cause a lot of hassle and trouble. But I thought, take them out here and it will work, but it don't. So don't bother doing this. But I left it in anyway to show that everyone makes mistakes, including me. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so let's move on to the next challenge, which is going to be the Strung Out challenge. And like I said, if you're on casual, this should be a piece of piss when doing this. It's very, very simple and very easy. This is the point where I'm actually checking my challenges to see if that explosion one worked, and it didn't. This is when I realised, I thought, oh yeah, you got to do it while they're playing. But luckily we made that save a little bit earlier on, so we can go back and complete that. But while we're disguised as a musician, all you got to do is infiltrate the mansion and pluck the cello, and that'll complete the Strung Out challenge. It's very simple, and I'll show you the way in. These are quite tricky to get in the mansion, but if you're all playing on casual, at least you don't have any cameras to worry about. Investigating distraction. I don't know what that's all about. The only problem you got here is the guard to your right, so you're better off to just shoot him in the head. The reason for that is because he's very difficult to distract. You used to be able to just shoot behind him and he'll turn around, but now it just causes combat no matter what you do, so... I mean, mind you, I could have just threw a coin at the time, but... it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. We've already gone and killed people, so I'm just going to shoot him in the face. Wait for that guard in the distance to turn around, and we're going to jump through the window to the left. Into the bathroom. And once you open this door, this is the area where the cello is going to be. Just watch out for the people patrolling. There is a guard hanging around. And there's Rico Delgado. We're going to stay crouched for this and just go ahead and pluck the cello. And that is it for the Strung Out challenge. So let's go back now and complete the rest of the challenges. Let's go and reload the save that we made a little bit earlier and get this all sorted out. So that first save that you made earlier, the very first one, this is when it happens when you reload it. So we're going to let this sequence play out, and this is where we're going to take care of that other challenge. So this is an unskippable cutscene. There's not really much we can do about that because everyone in the village is gathering around the statue. But as soon as you are able to, stop blending in and quickly go ahead and shoot the propane flash. Now that will take care of that challenge. Now go ahead from this point, reload that second save that you did. This will be the one that that you loaded up from when after you played at the end. So after the everything's all sorted and everyone's heading down this way, this is the second save I told you to make earlier. So this is the second save reload. So from this point, this is really easy because this is the last challenge. All we got to do is just follow them all the way down to the bar, join this band here for a drink, and that will complete the final challenge. It's literally as simple as that. There's nothing hard about it. Like I said, hopefully it hasn't confused you too much of how I've set this up. But it is very simple in the end. It's just 2 game saves there. As long as you've listened to what I've said and you haven't skipped any parts, then you won't have any hassle with this. So if you're wondering how to trigger this, all we're going to do is just sit down in this chair, read this newspaper, and as soon as everyone's in position, your challenges will pop up for you in the top right corner of your screen. And it should be 5 out of 5. No, 6 out of 6 I think it should be. Like, I'm with the band, 5 out of 5. Oh, it is 5 out of 5, okay. The after party is the challenge completed, and that will unlock you your violin as a reward. You don't have to complete the mission to get it. It should automatically now be in your inventory ready to use on any map. So that is going to do it for this video. If you have any questions that may have arisen during this video presentation, let me know in the comments below. I will do my best to explain as best as I can to whatever question you may have. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like on the video. It would just help me out a lot. Subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. Consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel. Sorry about that, interrupted by text messages. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.